everybody. How are you? Visionary entrepreneurs and change makers. Welcome back to our 1 p.m. Eastern Time, springmagiclife.com. And today we are on my page, Facebook page, Spring Zheng, Love, Serve, Fulfill. It's every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It's my inspiration and implementation time, Life with Spring. It's like I call my theme show. I hope you've already heard about this, and also maybe you get a chance to hear watch my previous episodes and find it helpful. And every week I've been bringing new inspirations and also great strategies I just learned. And hopefully today you will also get the new great tips as well. And by the way, it's been hot, right? Have you been feeling this hot? Really like the hotness of this summer. I hope you've not been missing the winter or maybe the springtime. And actually, because it's been so hot and the kids have already returned home from their school, it's now their officially summer vacation time. So yesterday was July 4th. So it's a national celebration day, right? It's Independence Day. It's a holiday in the US. And we just went to the Splish Splash water park in Long Island. It's over 1 hour drive from our place in Queens of New York. So we had a wonderful day. By the way, I shared many beautiful pictures and also our excitement videos on my Facebook profile. I hope you get a chance to check that. It's it's a great fun time. But actually, what I want to really share with you today is the inspiration I really learned from yesterday is really related to our business, right? Initially, it was like leisure fun, but turned out I experienced the two great big companies. One is the Splish Splash, and during the night time, we had the July 4th fireworks with from the Macy's. That's an annual big event for whole New York. I think dozens of thousands, I don't know, even could be like 1 million of people went to the east side of Manhattan to watch the fireworks. It's a very famous show every year. So from these two companies, I just want today focus on these two companies, what inspirations I got, but also I will refer to some other great companies I learned from the past. So I put these inspirations together to say what I learned from these great companies and how they are doing some like their strategies in their business and also their marketing is make them standing out in the market and become the leaders in the market. Okay, so today I have actually 5 strategies to share with you. Are you ready? And by the way, yeah, let's see. From both Splish Splash and also Macy's, actually these two companies are totally in 2 different markets, right? As you know, the water park is like entertainment kind of industry. And or leisure travel industry, and also Macy's is in another industry, is department stores. So they are totally different in different industry, but they are also unique. That's the first strategy actually I want to share with you. The inspiration I learned is how to become unique in your own niche. It's very important. Like whichever industry or field you choose, is the best. Is to choose the one really match your vision, match your passion. And I did not do that in-depth research yet to how initially they choose to be in this specific industry or field they choose. But I believe that through all these years of great inconsistent, persistent development, it's because initially their owners, their founders had that vision and also passion in that industry, and they want to stick to that and to work on it. And Splish Splash, they focus on the water park theme. Compared with that, because before we went there, before I bought tickets, I did some research, right? I want to find which one is the most interesting one, which one compare their qualities, everything. So I did research both in New York and also in New Jersey, and it's nearby us, right? Within 2 hours driving. So I compared quite a few theme parks I just found. Splish Splash compared with other like amusement parks. There are quite some amusement parks, especially in New Jersey. I found the Splish Splash focus on the water park. So that's their main theme. So because they focus on it and they get outstanding from it. right? Other amusement parks, I found they have many other great things similar to Disney World, right? But we've been with the Disney World for quite many times, so we are not so into it. So now I'm focusing on searching for water parks. So that makes a Splish Splash really standing out compared with other amusement parks. And another reason, because other amusement parks, they have water parks, but very basic levels, because they are not focusing on that part. So the rides, everything is just like the basic levels, not so like unique. When I search for the rides, I feel like it's like, oh, it's like a, how to say, very beginning levels, not very exciting, not very adventurous. So when I search for Splish Splash, they have over 20 rides and all different types of things I've never even heard about it. So that's why it had me decided to choose Splish Splash. So it's great. It's very important for you to choose one field and focus on it, to not be too how to say comprehensive, but you focus on one side. Of course, if people are looking for amusement park, maybe they will look for other parks, right? But if you are really searching for, especially during the hot summer, searching for just water parks, and Splish Splash will really stand out. And by the way, and they also have both unique rides and also advanced rides, and also they are adding new thrills. And we got an advertisement, they just add new high level, level 4 aggressive rides. So that make their things even attractive to their existing customers, right? People visit them previous years, when they add in new rides, unique ones, and people will come back for new adventures, right? So, and another for the uniqueness, this strategy, I also learned from Macy's. There are so many so many shopping stores, right? And why Macy's is so outstanding and unique, because they are really one of the Americans department store chains. And I believe in US you cannot find so many like a big scaled and department chain like Macy's. So that make it very unique and very interesting compared with the Splish Splash. That one purely focused on water park. It's making them very narrowed niche, right? But Macy's, on the contrast, is very comprehensive, because the department store, right? They have many comprehensive products, so many choices, because it's like almost like put everything, your clothes, your accessories, your how to say, shoes, everything. It's all in that one store. And also they have furniture store, and then they also have a kitchen store inside of it. So it's like a very comprehensive one in one department store, and make people's shopping very convenient. And so that's actually the uniqueness of Macy's. And people just need to go to one big shop and buy many different products they need, right? So this is like a comprehensive products and broad one, but it like put everything together into one location and into different departments, different floors, and make people shopping almost like in one mall, but under the same company can get many products you want. So that's actually Macy's uniqueness. Very interesting. These two companies have totally different uniqueness and very on a contrast concept. But that's one inspiration that you can learn, is to how to make yourself unique, how you can stand out in your market. The first one is really find what is your specialty. Like for our entrepreneurs, the inspirations here, the learn we can get is what's your uniqueness, what's your special gift, and especially the best is based on your purpose and passion, and that will be the greatest niche. So you need to clarify what is your specific market, and who will be your ideal audience or clients, and what kind of specialties you can provide to meet their needs. And that's the most important thing for you, the first step for you to really can get a chance to stand out in the market. Okay, and by the way, feel free, even though you are watching the replay, feel free to comment under my video. And by the way, because yesterday we played the whole day from the morning to late night, because it's July 4th holiday, we went to, in the daytime, went to the water park, nighttime we watched the fireworks in Manhattan. So I better get anytime to fully, prepare everything and to announce in advance. So maybe some people, connections and entrepreneurs, they did not get noticed in time yet. So if you are, in case you are watching the replay, still welcome to comment under my video, like which strategies you feel like is most helpful and what inspirations you get. Okay, so I need some feedback from you as well to help me further design my content and what is the best inspirations I can share with you. Okay, so help me to help you. Thank you. So now that's the first one's uniqueness, to really find out your niche and make yourself unique. And the second inspirations I got is very important, is have the vision to be the leader in your field. That's very important. I got from these two companies and actually many other companies as well. And I will give you some examples later. Have the vision to become the leader in your field. And then they actually build up themselves to be the leader in the field. So, but you need to first have the vision. The vision will guide your actions, your strategies, your execution, everything. If you do not have a big enough vision, you will find yourself lack of motivations, right? And every day, if you are not really, how to say, all the procrastinations, all the, how to say, things you feel like I do not get enough momentum, things is because you do not have big enough vision that's motivating enough for you to get into your work excited every day, right? So very important, you need to first have the vision before you can build up yourself into a leader. So even though no matter how is the result, as long as you can build up the vision, you've already succeeded halfway. And then the left part is just the execution. So very important to build up this big vision. So all these leaders in the market, they all have this vision to build themselves. They want to become the leader in their field, and they pursue excellence. They pursue the quality, pursue, how to say, their products really meet the customer's needs, and also how they can scale. Once they can build up a very strong foundation, then their vision, the big vision, become the leader in the field, will guide them to scale, to expand, keep expanding. For example, Splish Splash, now they've already developed themselves into 96 acres, because since the beginning they choose in Long Island, their location in Long Island, and that area have enough space. It's quite east side, close to the harbor, and so it's quite a big space for them to expand. So they had already developed around the 96 acres. They have now over 20 diverse rides rated at different aggressive levels. And they now become New York's largest water park. And also, I saw some other media report that they've already been ranked as a top 3, one of the top 3 of America's water parks, the top of water parks nationally in the USA. So that's quite impressive, right? And also for Macy's, how they build up their, because they build up, when they build up as the department chain store, it's already a big vision, right? First, as the department store, you need to have comprehensive products, departments, so it's already quite a scalable things. And then they develop themselves as a chain stores. So they have their headquarters in New York, how to pronounce that? Herald Square, yeah, Herald Square, the located is their biggest flagship store. That's a headquarters. And then they developed, let's see how many, so far they've already, in 2017 till 2017, they've already developed 669 full-line stores with the Macy's nameplate in operations throughout the United States, Puerto Rico, and Guam. Guam. I was wondering, where is that? Is that a country? Guam? I'm not quite familiar with that. And their flagship store is located at the Herald Square in the New York City borough of Manhattan. So they choose very hot spot, right? Very hot location in Manhattan, and build up really the biggest one. Now it's one of the largest department stores in the world. The flagship store covers almost an entire New York City block. If you get a chance, maybe some of you already visited that, and some of you, if you get a chance to come to New York, don't miss this place, right, at in Manhattan, at Herald Square. It's a whole block. It's their flagship store. Features about 1.1 million square feet of retail space, around 6 or 7 floors. includes additional space for offices and storages, and serves as the endpoint for their parade. So the value, by the way, because of Macy's contribution, their business, this retail chain store, this department store, attracted millions of people come to them. And they've already lifted up the whole blocks, the whole Herald Square's value. Can you guess how much the value of that area has been? And now it's already estimated at around $3 billion because of a Macy's contribution. So that's a leader's impact. When they build up their leadership in their field, when they expand, right, they can bring all the, the market value of things around them. So thanks to Macy's. I think the Herald Square area, other businesses are all thanks to Macy's, because this big flagship store attract all the traffic, the business traffic to them. And so others like small stores or medium level stores also benefited from that marketing traffic, right? So that's the second one. The second strategy is really have the vision to become the leader in your field. And by the way, for our entrepreneurs, doesn't matter where you are starting now, even though you may feel like I may not like special enough, you have all this kind of inner side mind blocks, right? And all the sabotaging yourself. I'm not good enough. I could not maybe even become that kind of an expert or leader in my field, things like that. That's a very challenging time, I know, because we are always our biggest enemies. But very important, no matter if you are still not fully confident about yourself, it's very important to start with a big vision. I think even secretly, you do not necessarily immediately share with everybody, right? Secretly build up a big vision for yourself, and that can keep motivate you every day to get engaged into your work, engaged into your customers, excitedly and very creatively. So that will help you to build up your business. Rome is not built overnight, right? Any business, any like enterprise is not built overnight. And by the way, Macy's started, they were founded in 1856, around that year. I forgot exactly the year, but that's almost over 100, over 150 years. See, they did not build up their business in one night. That's over 150 years. So think about your business. If you can really focus on one big vision and keep your persistent work and great smart work on it every day through 10 years. Have you heard about that in entrepreneurship industry? 10 years build up your business, your success. So expect that you can use that 10 years, really focus on your energy, your time, your passion, everything into your business, the things you really are called to do. 10 years, you can really build up a big difference. And even though your attention, your focus is not really become a worldwide leader, but at least you become a well-known expert, a pursued, trusted expert in your specific niche and field. And that's very important for you, right? To fulfill yourself and also really contribute your gifts to the people you are, really meant to serve. So that's very important to build up the vision. No matter where you will eventually get to, the vision will lead you to a greater level than where you are now. So that's the most important thing, okay? So that's the number 2. Now the number 3, strategies and also actually inspiration for me to get from yesterday's experience. And actually not just yesterday, but the yesterday's experience just triggered my inspirations. Okay, the number 3 is impressive branding. Very impressive. Do you have, by the way, I asked this question, do you have your favorite brands in the market? Some of my favorite brands are, for example, I've been using Microsoft software for maybe 20 years, right? I'm their loyal customer, so I love Microsoft. And another one, some other brands, for example, I know Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins, he created his own brand, right? His name and this person he created as a brand. So I trust him and I love him. So he's a great brand I trust. And Opera, right? All those, quite some, masters and leaders in the industries, they themselves other brands because of their personal, their how to say personal charms, their inspirations, their thought leadership, or their genius, everything combined together is their branding. And for the companies, the example I'm using to, for example, Splish Splash, this name actually is very impressive branding, actually, right? Even from the name Splish Splash, you will think about is very vivid. You will think about the water. You're playing with the water, so it's very playful and very vivid name that make you think about water, water fun, right? So that's a great name. And also for Macy's, the name itself, it's not very really impressive, right? But later on, I will also talk about how they build up this how to say this brand Macy's to become so outstanding. So not just the name itself, the name is just named by the founder's last name, the Macy's, but really all the PRs activities and strengthen this brand in people's mind. And by the way, from the branding itself, like their logo, it's a red big star. The red big star is very simple but very outstanding. The color, the designing, very simple but very impressive, right? The red one. And they have, for example, their gift bag is purely white, and that red star in the middle is very outstanding, right? And all the other activities I will introduce later, it's also, they always put their names Macy's, and that red star, big star, that logo is so outstanding. And similar to McDonald's, right? We are all familiar with the McDonald's, their big M. They put their big M on the top of the building, and even you are driving on the highways, you can see that very clearly, right? So that's a very smart branding, very simple but very impressive. You cannot forget. So that's a very good inspiration, right? When you create your branding, make it simple but very impressive. And by the way, for me, my branding, right? I don't know how. I was very blessed. I got this English name. My original name is Yan in China, but I got my English name Spring from Bible. It's really originally from spring water of life, eternal water, right? I got that inspiration. But now people think about the spring, make them, how to say, their imagination is connected to the spring season. So that's also a great original meaning as well. The spring season is all full of life. It's like an eternal life. Everything's like thriving, flushing things. So both, either you think about the spring season or spring life of water. So both are great. So that's a great name. Actually, I use it in my business. I created my coaching business 9 years ago. It's called Spring Magic Life Society. I started this coaching with this name. No matter if it's still like how to say appropriate for my current coaching business, because my current niche is really focusing on abundant entrepreneurship. So I've not thought about changing my business name yet, but at least the Spring Magic Life Society, this name is also give people a great inspirations and also imagination. Right? Many people told me they love my name, Spring. So thank God I got this, and so I use this in my branding. So think about your branding now. Is that very impressive? There's some like very meaningful things inside of it, or like from everything you design, the name, the logo, is that very impressive? People can easily remember it, right? Remember it. By the way, I also have a logo. But before I become very famous, I guess that logo is still not so impressive yet, because it's not just the logo or name itself. You really need other marketing activities, PR activities, all the like meaningful values I will introduce right away after this to really support that brand. The brand will not stand out by themselves. You need to add values, provide values to help your brand stand out. So that's the next one I want to talk with you. The next inspiration, number 4, is actually smart collections with customers to adding values. For example, Macy's especially is a very outstanding in this part. Splish Splash so far not so impressive yet, but also their specialty is like they have built up great partnerships in the market. So rely on, for example, Groupon or travel agents and social engine, searching engine, all these kind of things. You can get a very easy search online to find them. So when you search for the best water park near me, something like that, or in New York or in in East Coast, something like that, you can easily find them. So they were ranked one of the tops. So their PR actually focusing on making them very social engine friendly, very easy to find them, and the ranking is very high. So that's their strategy. But for Macy's, they are even more beyond like a regularly marketing, and not just regularly online marketing or just the local, depending on the partners. Macy's is so great. Their PR campaigns is so impressive. Some examples, for example, they have conducted the annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade in New York City since 1924. And another great day they choose is July 4th, right? Obviously, yesterday we watched the fireworks, and they've started at the annual July 4th fireworks display since 1976. And both of these events, they've already created a national top. So that's so impressive, and this is the best PR, right? Instead of putting all the advertisements on the TV, on whatever, on the big billboard, something like that, they focus on all these kind of events create in New York City, because first, New York City is already like a center of center, right? And then they created this kind of holidays events, so impressive to attract people, and also at the same time, they're providing values, not directly related to the department store, but they are creating values and the celebration kind of atmosphere, and the people, and adding the joy, adding the celebrations, adding the inspirations to people's life. So now they put the Macy's brand into those campaigns, and you can easily remember them, right? When you are happily celebrating your Thanksgiving, so now you have an event to watch the parade. Of course, you'll remember who is our sponsor, right? The biggest sponsor. And now you have the July 4th celebration, and maybe you get bored, you don't know what to do, and now they have the fireworks every year, and every year they are like really aggressively expanding this, the investment into it, and it's attracted millions of people to watch it locally, and some maybe from online. So it's like the great PR campaigns, adding the values people's daily life, and then make people to really remember the brand. That's what I mentioned earlier. It's really adding the values so people can remember your brand. The brand itself will not really stand out. All the masters I just mentioned, like Tony Robbins, Oprah, they all add so great values into people's lives, so people remember them, right? So yeah, so focus on the values and your connections, the interactions with your ideal clients or ideal audience, the values you can provide them, then people will remember your brand. So, and also, by the way, and Macy's has another beautiful annual events as well. That's the third one. Is that every springtime they have their flower show. The flower show, they during, I think it's around the April time, they cooperate with those flora, botanic gardens, all these like partners. They put their flowers and their plants into their store. The whole stores, especially the first store, it's just like a garden, beautiful garden. All the windows, they designed the beautiful windows. So they have two window shows. One is in the springtime, the flower show. Another one is during the Christmas time. So it's beautiful attractions for people to watch, and it's become one of the things of attractive things for New York City. So that's the contributions, right? And these kind of values and attracting people more trust this brand and think this brand is doing great things and will love it. They love the brand, and they would love to shop at their place, right? So that's the number 4 now, the smart connections with customers by valuable campaigns, adding values, okay? Now the number 5, the finally I want to share with you is really how you can develop beyond your business itself and even become greater. It's really associate with big cause to build greater society. And many businesses, why they become the leaders in the society is not because of just because their service is so great or their products is so great. That's of course, you need to make sure that you provide valuable products and services. But they really become leaders because they associate themselves with greater causes beyond their business, and they're adding, it's another further more in-depth like deeper levels of values adding to the society in all, not just based on the products, but a bigger cause beyond their products and services. Examples from, by the way, the Macy's examples I mentioned is already part of it, right? All the PR activities, some of them for the July 4th or for the Thanksgiving, those PR activities already beyond the products and services they're providing. It's really for the overall benefits and wellness of the society. So that's a bigger cost than the business itself, right? For example, the fireworks, I don't know how much exactly they are investing in. It's billions of dollars they invested in this kind of the public benefits. So that's a great investment. And another example, Microsoft, right? Bill Gates, one of the most admired leaders in the industry. He has been donating, I could not count, billions of dollars. He's the #1 richest person, right, in this whole world. He's been donating also billions of dollars to the society in different areas, medicals, supporting those poverty, solving the poverty issues, right, disasters across the world. And similarly to him and Facebook, right, Mark, the founders, they also been donating and giving their money away to support the social common benefits and awareness. Also, like for Tony Robbins, he's famous for all these kind of different philanthropy things, especially feeding hunger, stopping human traffics, and supporting poverties. To sponsor poverty, helping people to get out of the poverty and get into new opportunities. And similarly to ClickFunnels, they've been supporting like a human traffic, the OUR, this kind of a course to help people to sponsor the documentary films to track all those how to the agent, how to stop the human traffic, how to trace and how to save kids. So all these kind of courses are very important for the whole society, for the wellness for the whole society, and it's all beyond their products or services they are providing directly. And these ones are really making you not just become leaders in your field, but really become the thought leaders, become the philanthropists, and also the greatest people in this world that it can contribute to other people's lives. So these are the 5 strategies I've already so far learned from those great brands, especially yesterday based on my personal experience and getting myself inspired I want to get those points out to to summarize what some great strategies those big brands and great companies are using to make them stand out in their field. So I hope that's helpful for you, that you can learn all these strategies to help you stand out in your field, in your niche as well. And by the way, if you at the end of it, feel free to comment which one's strategies you think is very inspiring for you and how you can implement that. Very important, right? This is our implementation time as well. Execution is always more important than the knowledge, inspirations, ideas, right? Implement that into your business. That's very important. For me, for example, I want to strengthen my vision. These inspirations help me to think about how I want to become a leader in my niche. And I need to build up the vision, right, to become the leader. So all things I'm doing is to build up my business to become a leader in my industry. And also how I can associate myself from a greater cause from the beginning, right? Associate with some bigger cause to make my business. Maybe it's not the current stage, but eventually, step by step, I have the vision that someday I will connect my business with some great cause as well, and build up smart connections with my customers. For example, through the Facebook Live, you can do from very basic things. You cannot implement like big scale things like those big companies, right, as entrepreneurs, but you can do in your daily work. How you can deepen your connection with your ideal audience, what kind of values you can provide to them. Every day, for example, I've been sharing, my 2 cents, right? 2 cents is like every day I've been sharing my inspirations, my experiences, the inspirations and teaching like this I would share with you right away to help my audience grow with me as well. So that's the basic things you can do every day to strengthen your connections and also your values you can provide. And also the branding, the inspirations, how you can make your brand very simple and impressive, and some meaningful inspirations that people, when they think about, when they see your brand, when they read your brand, they get inspirations and meanings from it. Okay, so if you want really, really get some breakthroughs in your current business, if you are feel like how can I really make myself standing out in all this kind of like a busy, competitive, and noisy market, how you can better use the strategies like branding strategies, niche strategies, and the content strategies, the creative strategic content, and profitable and purposeful niche, and how you can make your branding more powerful. All this, and also, for example, use the Facebook Live stream talk, and also how you can build up a leadership in your market. I teach people how to build up their, like, for example, Facebook group or LinkedIn group, become community leaders. I teach them that. I help the people to clarify their niche. So if you want to really stand out in your market, you want to further clarify your vision, you want to adapt the most effective strategies to really stand out, you are feel free to contact with me. I will share a link for you. I really want to give you this opportunity. You can apply for a complimentary one-on-one strategy session with me. I call it Abundant Business Breakthrough Session. It's really help you to find out how you can further clarify your vision. What is blocking you? Really blocking you from fulfilling your targets, fulfilling your dreams. What's the biggest things that's really blocking you? We find that the biggest trouble and really troubleshooting it, and help you to develop a step-by-step plan, strategic plan, how you can execute, and so you can make yourself, the business, really stand out. Okay, so I will share that link. And by the way, I also have another free gift for you. If you want to really experience this process from this kind of a breakthrough, from clarify your vision, clarify your niche, and create outstanding content and also build up your leadership, stand out in the market. I have a 6-day boot camp. Maybe you heard this before, but I've already made something like a great new from the front. It's called a 6-day Magnetic Expert Power BootCamp. The 6-day, every day have a mini training focused on the different strategies can help you really build up a business at a new level. Okay, so I will share the links and welcome you to join us. And feel free to contact me anytime if you have questions. I will also look forward for your comments and feedback and how you would like to implement those strategies. That's almost always the most important thing. Okay, implement. Take yourself. I want to help you to hold yourself accountable to implement the strategies you learned, the inspirations you learned to make the big difference. Thank you so much. Wish you all have a wonderful Thursday. Take care. Bye-bye.